Harry Redknapp, who joins us now. Harry, good morning.
Nick, good morning.
Thanks so much for joining us. Anxious moments, I suppose, seeing whether Back on the Lash is going to get into the Grand National. For you, as someone who has been a lifelong devotee of this sport, what would it mean to you if he squeezed in?
Love it. I mean, I've never had a runner in the National, Nick, so it would be special, you know. And I'm actually involved in a little partnership that, you know, with a couple of other people. A couple of us own Back on the Lash, so it's not just. It's one of the few horses I haven't got on my own. Lucky enough, I've got some other people helping to pay the bill with that one. So, but no, it would be fantastic to go to Aintree and to actually have a runner. Obviously, hoping we get in, hoping one or two come out. But and also we're pretty ground dependent. We really don't need heavy ground. If the rain really came, we would have a problem.
So he's a horse that wants top of the ground, but as I say, he's proven himself over unusual obstacles before. What kind of vibes are you getting from the trainer, Martin Keithley?
Good. I mean, Martin's built 5 Grand National fences down, you know, on his gallops, and so he's been schooling him over the Grand National exact replicas of the Grand National fences. So he's been getting plenty of practice in, so he's ready to go. We're just hoping that, as I say, hope we manage to get in and one or two do come out before it closes, and we've got a runner next week, and I shall be heading up to Aintree. Looking forward to that.
Now, Harry, you don't mind how the winners come, whether they're 5 furlongs or 4 miles or whatever,
no.
Or even over cross-country fences, as we saw at Cheltenham back on trials day. What kind of a thrill was this?
It's fantastic. You know, it's just lovely, amazing. You know, to see him win there was special. It was. I loved Cheltenham anyway. You know, okay, it wasn't the festival, but even so, it was still a great day to go to Cheltenham and be involved with the winner. So, yeah, as you say, Nick, I'm just a big racing fan. I love the flat, I love the jumps. I just absolutely love the game, and I love the people that are involved in it. To be honest, great characters, and yeah, it's my big passion.
And Harry, you're able to spend at the moment quite a bit of time on this passion. Do you anticipate you having that sort of time in the immediate future, or are the rumours to be believed?
No, I've definitely got the time, Nick. I don't see myself doing anything else. This is really where I'm at now. I think, you know, my days of managing are over, but this is what I enjoy doing. I've got a runner today at Foss Lass in the last jukebox man with Ben Paulin. We like him. He'd have a chance today, even though I think there's a couple more in the race that look like they're well fancied according to the betting. So, but no, so I'm looking forward to that. You know, I shall be glued to the TV later on today watching that run. I would have gone to Foss Lass, but that is a long journey for me from here. So that's probably 4 or 5 hours, maybe even on a Sunday.
But it's a
that was a great thrill to see him get up there, the courage he showed, and to, you know, Martin Keith is a great guy, you know, and he was delighted. He deserved that. He's a fantastic fella, great trainer. So I was really pleased for him as well.
As I was going to say, it's a fair trek to Aintree as well, but you'll be there if he runs. You'll go anyway, won't you, if Shake 'Em Up Harry gets into the... Is he going to go to the Red Rum?
Yeah, I shall go anyway, yeah. So, yeah, I'll be setting off and getting up there for that. Looking forward to that. So, yeah, a great week's racing coming up. You know, I look forward to it. I look at the calendar every week, and if I can get a day's racing occasionally, I don't get as much as I'd like to, but... if there's been a bit of good racing on, I'll try to get there. And if I've got runners, obviously that's the idea of it. You know, you pay your fee, your training bills. You want to be there on the day that they run, especially if they've got a chance of winning.
And how many horses in total have you got in training at the moment, Harry?
Well, my wife's just gone out the room, Nick, so it's okay. I could actually talk. I think I've got about 25, but I think only about 18 are solely owned by me. I've got about 7 that other people, 6 or 7 other people maybe have a leg in with me or whatever, half share. But no, I've got a lot of horses, and but I love it. As I say, it's my passion. So
it's all racing from now on in. This man here, David Yates, he writes for the Daily Mirror, who the big headline in this morning's paper: Redknapp set to return to Spurs.
Oh no!
I didn't write that, Harry, by the way.
I haven't seen that. My God, I'm ready. Tell them to give me a ring. I'll be up there tomorrow. Forget the grub. I'm afraid I have to miss the Grand National next Saturday. But no, I don't see that happening. Daniel's got my phone number, Daniel Levy, and he hasn't rung me. So I think there's more chance of me being at Aintree next week.
Quite a few of your clubs are in a bit of peril at the moment, Harry.
Yeah.
Southampton, Bournemouth, West Ham.
Yeah,
what's going on?
I think West Ham and Bournemouth will be okay. Southampton, they played okay yesterday, first half, and but Man City are just on another level. So they've got it all on Southampton to survive this year. There's a few clubs in it still, Leicester, Notts Forest. It's so tight down the bottom. You lose a game and you're sucked back into the bottom three again. So it's going to be exciting into the season. And at the top today, we've got a great game. You know, Liverpool-Arsenal today. That's a big decider in the title race. If Arsenal don't win there today, it really the balance swings back towards Man City again. So it's so much to play for.
And if it's not going to be you, who should it be at Spurs, do you think?
At Spurs, I thought Pochettino would probably go back in there. You know, he was a popular choice. I think the people, you know, they like him, the fans like him. But I don't know, if Daniel was going to give him the job back, he'd have probably give it to him a few weeks ago. So obviously, there's talk of the German, you know, Nagelsmann going there. But now Chelsea are looking for a manager, so they're probably after him as well. It's all to play for. Brendan Rodgers is available. He could be I know Daniel liked him back in the day, so he could be a possibility at Tottenham. But it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Harry, I've got one final question for you, which kind of combines both sports in a sense, or at least your love of sport and your knowledge of all sports with horse racing. A big debate at the moment about whether we should declutter Saturdays and sort of spread the racing a bit more evenly so that people can concentrate on the main event a bit more on a Saturday afternoon and take the pressure off some of the participants in the sport. As someone who's a lover of the game but also has a solid appreciation of what Saturday afternoon sport means, what do you think of that?
There is a lot of racing, Nick, isn't there, on a Saturday? I must be honest. You know, I find myself getting a bit baffled, and suddenly I've missed a race at somewhere that I'm watching a race somewhere else that I would like to watch. I think maybe that we do tend to, you know, listen, I'm not a great judge of it all like you are, but I think that I do think there are too many meetings sometimes on a Saturday, and I do find it hard to keep up with it all. But you know, during the week, I'd like to see one or two more meetings that we can get to.
Harry, appreciate your time this morning. I'll keep your fingers crossed for you that Back on the Lash makes it into the final 40 for the Randos Grand National.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day.
Good talking to you, lads. Have a good day.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.